Kick it.
It's candy. She's just so candy.
My guest, introduce yourself.
Man, Looze Cannon, young Looze Cannon, aka the Cannon, aka the Flyers, aka the young Prince of the D. That's what I call myself now. You know what I'm saying?
And you guys, I know you have seen my Instagram and my Facebook, and I have been supporting this gentleman from as much as somebody turned me on to him, and I'm gonna say shout out to whoever turned me on to him. So let's start. Looze Cannon. You from Detroit? Born and raised?
East side of Detroit.
Okay.
Born and raised.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us, how did you get in the industry?
Well, started off just being around music. My parents were into music heavy. My mother was a recording artist, signed to MCA Records, the Body Sisters. My dad, he had his personal label, which I'm taking over now, Street Noise / Song King. And I just grew up around music. My mother eventually left the music scene and started working the background role. She bumped into her label mate, which was Michael Bivins of New Edition. And I connected with him. He took me under his wing. He created a group called Biv 10 Pee-wees. And the rest was history. I got to experience being on the road. And I wasn't even rapping at that time. I had to like really just show them like, I want to be in the group. It was 9 members, and they were missing 1 member. And I wanted to be that 10th member so bad. And I started crying. I went to my mom. I said, Mom, I want to be in the group so bad I can do it. She said, well, you got to show Mike something. And Mike walked in the room and just started rapping. He said, you got it. And we went from there, and that was just a big motivation to keep me going, and I've never stopped since then.
So what happened from that time?
Well, from that time, we released our first album. It's called Something Terrible. The album did very, very good. I released in June 19th. We just had the anniversary of that record in 1999. And again, there was only 3 of us from Detroit. The rest were from New York, LA. So anytime we were done touring, we all go home and then we come back. And it was just one day where we just went home and never came back. And I was like, dang, you know, what we gonna do now? So at a young age, I bought toys, I bought clothes, and I'm like, well, no money coming in, what I'm gonna do? And I asked my mom, I said, how can I make some money? You know, because this Biv 10 thing is not working out. She said, well, you only 9 years old. You can't get a job, you can't. So I said, I'm gonna think about it. I went to school and I bumped into a clown that's in Detroit. His name is Smiley the Clown. And he was very popular back in the 90s. And he came to my school and he started rapping. He was a rapping clown. And when I seen how the kids took to him, I said, I've never seen a kid clown. The kid hip hop clown. So I went to my mom, I said, Mom, I want to be MC Glenn, the rapping birthday clown. And she took my Timbs, she spray painted the Timbs, did the face paint, and we made flyers, put them all up in the hood, and a few days later we got calls. I started going to parties and I would freestyle for the kid. Whoever birthday it was, I would find out what's their age, what do they like to eat, what's their favorite color.
Can you still do it?
I can still do it, but it's nobody's birthday. No, it's nobody's birthday. Don't do this. I'm not MC Glenn rapping the birthday clown. No. Mom, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Anyway, that's what I used to do. I was a rapping birthday clown, okay? And that was a big wave for me. I did about 3-4 parties and I got tired because my mom started doing stuff like that. It wouldn't cut off, so. Anyway, thanks, Mom. Yeah.
So after the rapping birthday clown, tell us.
The DJing kicked into play. After I got tired of that, I was like, I want something else to do to earn money. And DJing was something that I really fell in love with. When Christmas came around, my mom really didn't buy me toys, clothes. She bought me things that could generate income for myself. And when I got my turntables, I locked myself in the basement. And right after school, I'm in the basement. I'm not outside playing. I learned how to DJ. She made flyers. My first party was my cousin India's birthday party, which had so many young girls in there. I was in love. And their parents were dropping them off at the party. It was a sleepover as well. And as I DJ'd, the kids were like, oh, write your number down so I can give it to my mom. And I was giving the girls my numbers, and they went to their parents, and that's when the business just started taking off. When I DJ a party, somebody else was booking me. When I DJ another party, somebody from that party was booking me. And I became DJ Glenn. And I was the youngest DJ at the time in the entire city of Detroit. And I was doing Looze Cannon white parties, every King High School prom, every prom during that time I was shutting down. So
are you still DJing now?
I'm still DJing. The last time I really got on the road with DJing, I started back working with Michael Bivens again. He had a group called the Beano Boys that he was working with, and I was their official DJ. And shout out to Mike Biv as well. He salutes me very big in the DJing. Like, I'm very respected with him in the DJ world, and I think that's a lot because DJ Just, who was a member of BLTMP, he's one of my inspirations because that's DJ Just, you know, DJ for Drake, DJ for Bow Wow. So he was another inspiration of why I said I wanted to be a DJ as well. So I still DJ, I'm producing, I'm rapping, I'm doing anything to get it.
So how did you get into singing and tell me, because I've heard a few of your songs, you know, I've promoted them.
Right.
You know, so how'd you switch over to that?
I mean, well, it was, rapping and singing was the first love. I don't want to say singing, rapping was the first love. But as music got more melodic and just hearing different things, and as being a DJ, I'm hearing what people listen to and what they like, it just became a thing where I said, you know what, let me step out the box and try singing. You know what I mean? Let me step out the box and try not to be what everybody else in my city is trying to be. So singing just came natural to me. I still look at myself as a studio singer. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm gonna get on stage singer yet, but it's something I embrace, man. I embrace any talent that I feel that I have or that I can expand on. So that's really it. It's just the rapping and the singing goes hand in hand. When I hear a beat, I can go anywhere.
Now, I'm glad that I had a chance to come up here and see you perform for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
You were doing your thing, you were doing all of this, and you know, but now you're grown.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about Sorry. Tell us about your direction that you're gonna go, because your dad mentioned something about taking over Street Boys. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Sorry record came about because not only I wanted to pay a tribute to, you know, people that I come up under, but that was one of my favorite songs growing up. Being around Mike and being around New Edition, BBD, and those guys embracing me and respecting me, I felt that I should take that time to not only shed light on their music and their history, but just put my own spin on it. And I didn't want to sample the record. When I first had the idea, I walked in the room with my dad. I said, "Pops, I want to sample this record. I want to sample Kinda Girl." He said, "You want to sample it? We're going to have a lot of problems getting that cleared." I'm like, "No, okay, well, let's do it from scratch." And the vocals, that's a hard record. When you really listen to that record and how they,
all the harmonies,
yeah, that's not an easy situation. So I got with Carl B. Carl B is a very, very talented producer from Street Noise. He's been a part of Street Noise since I was a little kid. You know, when I was a kid in the studio with my dad, it's him on the MPC. So the person I thought of, I wanted to take it back to the roots of Street Noise and partner up with him. And all those vocals you hear, that's Carl B.
Okay.
So a lot of people would think, like, is that a sample? Is that New Edition when they hear it?
Yes, because I thought the same thing too.
Yes,
so
no
it wasn't a
samples.
sample. So
All
he
vocals.
recreated, like, okay.
Yep. If you auto-tuned, I don't know what he did, but he did it, and it came out good. So shout out to Carl B. He did the track. Once he sent it over, I just jumped into it with no hesitation. I probably wrote that record in 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
And literally got in the booth, recorded it, gave it back to my dad. He sent it back to Carl B. He finished it up, mastered it, shot the video, put it out, and it did numbers. It's still doing numbers. It's actually my most streamed record that I have on anywhere. So I'm really appreciative to everyone who supported that record, and we're gonna keep running it up.
New projects. What you got coming up?
New projects. I have a list of projects I'm working on. Not only my project, I got to shed light on Smooth Talk project, Vape Nights. We got Simba J coming, Bracia Taylor coming. I just wrapped up my second album, which is Now or Never. Don't have an official release date yet, but the album is finished, so just wait on it. But right now we do have Loose Minded. It is in stores, Google Play, Tidal, Spotify, and my goal is just to keep the ball rolling, not just for myself, but for the guys that I have with me. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that these guys go where they're trying to go as well with what they're trying to do. Everybody has a vision, and I believe in them. They're not only my best friends, but I believe in them as artists as well. So again, we just gonna run it up. That's all I know how to do is just keep moving up.
It sounds like your dad has a bar set so high for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Is that hard? Do you feel like that's hard to achieve?
I don't feel like it's I don't feel like it's hard to achieve. Simply because even though he applies the pressure of what he's saying, he still at the end of the day, when you talk to him, he still sums it up. Do what your heart tells you to do. You know, so when he tells me that, it's not a pressure thing. I listen, and when I hear him, because he's just a very blunt person, he's very blunt. But you know, I listen to him, and I just try to take in the wisdom. You know what I mean? Again, he's the OG, so I try to soak up as much game as I can. But I am an adult, you know, so I take what he tells me and I work with it in my own way. And I know he's proud of me regardless to what my decisions are. You know, I've done things that he told me, you should do this, but I did it another way. You know, and it wasn't like, oh, you're stupid for that, or, you know, it was either I bumped my head and he said, I told you, or it was, okay, you proved me wrong. So, you know, that's how we keep the ball rolling. And I can't, all I can say is he's a rough guy, but he's the greatest guy, you know, that I know. So everything that he tells me, and I take it in and I absorb it. He puts it in me and the homies, so we just try to keep it going.
Now, being from a musical family, musically inclined family, did you find it a little pressure to be in that same business, or was there at some point something that you wanted to do other than that? Did you want to play ball? Are you good with your hands? Or the music was just it?
I could probably beat my boy Marvin basketball. That's about it. But other than that, like, what do you say? No. As a kid, I was a live wire. I believe that's why I went from MC Glenn to Looze Cannon. You know what I mean? That's how the name came about. I was in the studio, and there was a bunch of girls in there, and I was just trying to show off. And my boy, Big Face Tony, played a beat, and he said, "Hey, rap fast." And I was rapping fast. At the time, I was just still MC Glenn. And they was like, "Man, you a Loose Cannon." And my actual last name is Cannon. So I was like, "Oh, I'm running with it." Yeah, I'm running with that. And you know, anybody from Mike or anybody that knows me at a young age, they would tell you, yeah, Glenn was wild. So I was a wild kid. So I was never shy. Still not shy. I can still hop on a stage with 10,000 people, 5 people, and still be comfortable, you know, in my own skin with what I do. So, yeah.
Are we gonna ever see you on tour?
Yes, most definitely.
You gotta come down in that town.
Of course. Of course. We're setting it up right now. What I'm really focusing on is just getting the music right, the project right, my guys fully right, and it's coming. It's definitely coming. Okay. With no question.
Do you have any artists that you are currently working with? Because you did perform tonight with a couple of people. So are they signed to you? What's going on with that?
Can I bring a few of them
Come on, they can come on up.
All right, whole gang. This is Smooth Talk. Get you right here. I'm gonna get right here. It's Smooth Talk.
What's good?
Simba J.
How you doing?
Man Marv, he kind of incognito. He stay in the background. But these are my 2 artists / my 2 homies, my aces, my dogs. These are the guys that rock with me. And I met Smooth through an old classmate of mine. Me and a classmate was supposed to be kicking it and working on music, and they're cousins. He came to the studio and he was like, "Yo, man, that's dope. Hey, can I play you something?" He was just, out of everybody in the room, He was the most energetic, and he just wanted to keep playing his music for me. And I gave him my number.
Hey, look, he was spinning me at first.
Yeah, I gave him my number, and he kept blowing my phone up, and I wasn't picking up the phone. And when I finally picked up, hey man, what you doing, man? Hey, you at the studio? Man, can I pull up? And he was just really ambitious with being around what was going on. So as he came around, we just locked in and became best of friends. And he has great music. He has a record out right now called I Want You to Know. A smooth talk. I Want You to Know. Check it out. Fire, fire, fire. All right, this is Simba J right here. Simba J, I got a special quick story on him. Simba J, me and him used to work together at the Motown Museum. We were
just visited it today.
Yep.
Loved it. Second time there.
We were tour guys there, and that's how I met him. And we just started hanging. And before anybody was in the picture, Simba J was like the first guy in the picture that really was around. He wasn't producing anything. He wasn't rapping when we first got together. He's producing great beats now. He's working on his solo project. He's working on a lot of music. And these guys, they got a lot of heart. They got a lot of talent. And I believe in these dudes, man. So again, what we're doing is I'm focusing on getting these guys ready while I'm getting ready to drop my project. And trust me, a lot of shows will be coming very, very soon.
Well, I can't wait till you come to Naptown.
Oh, yes.
I got a cousin here, so I won't be here.
Okay. We're going to talk off camera. Hey, so Looze Cannon, tell them how they can reach you, follow you, purchase CDs, etc.
Okay. Well, again, I go by the name of Looze Cannon. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Looze Cannon 1. That's LOOZE Cannon 1. There's many pages, but you'll see the official page, Looze Cannon 1. Also, make sure you go on my YouTube, Looze Cannon. Make sure you Google Looze Cannon. Loose Minded in stores right now. Now or Never is coming very, very soon. Smooth Talk. I am Smooth Talk. 1. Yes, on Instagram.
It seems like he don't even really talk. I don't even know where that's going.
He's super cool.
I'm chilling today.
Go ahead, man. Tell him.
And Simba J, SYMBA _J on Instagram. Check me out.
Yeah. And also follow the official Street Noise Instagram as well. Street Noise Entertainment on IG.
Well, I thank you guys for coming on the Candy Show. You want to take us out of here?
You know what it is, Looze Cannon, the one and only Cannon, from the Naptown. It's going down in Detroit live. Love y'all, man. Make sure y'all stay tuned. It's going down. We out here. Street Noise.
Oh girl, I know what it is and I see what you're doing with that body. Same girl talking on the phone, acting like she really somebody.
But most of all, I said most of all, I want to thank you, my audience. Come on back. I said come on back. Come on back.
Kick it.
It's Candy. She's just so candy. It's